Time to roll the dice. You know I'm the type to risk my life. Not afraid to die. Time to make you cry. Time to put a price all up on your head. Do just what I say. Now I'm straight up, feeling, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Straight up, feeling, yeah, no feeling, yeah, no feeling. Like, but I'm telling you.
I think we all can agree that How to Train Your Dragon is definitely one of those verses that just clicks when you think of dragons, right? Elder dragons, any kind of dragons. Am I right here? So honestly, today I really didn't have a lot of content for our boy Valstrax. It would have been short, sweet, and simple. Probably even a 6-minute video. And I don't do those unless I really have to. If I need a quick debunk out because I'm working on some content, I will do that. All right, I will do that. But today here we got 3. We got Valstrax, Ceadeus, and Deviljho. So I hope you guys enjoy all 3 of these guys as they break down. Now, easily, I think it's safe to say here, Valstrax shows up in that verse. It was the fastest thing on the planet. It would be so fast. The Vikings would basically have to record this sucker as a next level threat. Like, put in the Book of Dragons. They don't know nothing about Night Furies. Boy, they gonna know nothing about Valstrax except that a crimson glow comes on along, and then boom, there goes a village. Now, considering Valstrax is an elder dragon here, meaning he has planet to, hire Universal to star, but, star to Universal, but we're not going to talk about that here. He has, just an absolute ridiculous amount of power, okay? There's nothing the dragons in this verse can do. He's going to turn them into food, all right? So that, or he just hunts humans, and I'm guessing that's not as satisfying as other dragons and other monsters, considering he hunts Ludendorffs and is basically able to prey on whatever he wants, as elder dragons can turn any wyvern into a snack here. I think it's safe to say here that this dude can prey on anything. I think a snap trapper should be its main food source. I definitely think that would be a very interesting thing here, considering snap trappers actually lure their prey in with a sweet scent of chocolate, I believe, and then they get snatched up here. Another one would be Skrill. I do think Skrills would definitely be much more numerous in the series. Honestly, I feel like Skrills and Night Furies probably have the same trope where you just don't see them as often as you should. You know what I mean here? And I think the Skrill as a prey item would definitely suit the entire story, as the dragons try their best to the dragon riders try their best to get the Skrill to a safe, secure location away from its apex predator. Now, if Valstrax decides to target Berg here, there's really nothing they could do. All right, there's really nothing they could do to stop it. Valstrax is just immensely more powerful than they are. Is just going to casually toy with them and call it a day. Honestly, there's really nothing they could there's really nothing they could do that just helps them get by in any form, shape, or way here. Toothless would definitely be outclassed in all categories here in strength, speed, durability. You name it, the Valstrax pretty much dominates. I don't really think we need to say much about that here, except poor Toothless. But honestly, yeah, it's just they don't have anything on Valstrax. They don't have anything to possibly do. You could probably say, oh, what about the bigger guys? Now, Toothless can outrun the big rates. Alright? Valstrax not only outruns it, he straight up goes, turns around, does a 360-degree turn, and blitzes through the Great Death's eyes. Alright? And he would do that, because Valstrax is not above pettiness. Alright? Elder Dragons are so intelligent that they can actually be petty. And you know what? That should scare a lot of people. An Elder Dragon that can be petty is not something you really want to mess with, now do you? So, yes, unfortunately here, Valstrax just shreds through the verse like a hot knife through butter here. Best way to deal with them, best way the verse can deal with them, well, other than the fact that they move, as quick as possible, it's the fact that they have their own sentries, or they avoid certain kinds of dragons here. So they would have to avoid, well, any dragon that the, excuse me, that the, Valstrax would want to prey on. And honestly, Valstrax could have a unique diet here. It really isn't described that Valstrax is a very picky, dragon in any way, shape, or form here. And again, that's just dangerous, like, entirely. Like, if your dragon is not picky about what it wants to eat here, that means anything can be on the menu here. So honestly, yeah, Valstrax is just ridiculous across the board here. I mean, imagine his jet propulsion just shooting out at someone. And then you have the fact that, oh, he doesn't have any natural predators. Yeah, Nergigante's not there. Now you might say, legendary, Nergigante can't hunt Valstrax. Yes, he can. And I've actually done a full video on it, on can Nergigante hunt Elder Dragons. You guys can go to my Monster Museum playlist, and it'll be right there along with this video. He doesn't have any natural predators, doesn't have any competition in any regard here. Best thing you could probably say gives him a tough time is another Valstrax. Because honestly, there's nothing that's going to stop this creature from pretty much just dive bombing into the entire city and then boom, gone. I think it would actually be worse for Burke to have more dragons, okay? Which is honestly the stupidest thing in the entire movie. Not the fact that they have more dragons, but the fact that those dragons were just attracting people who wanted to conquer Burke. Like, that just made no sense to me entirely. And I think I made a video on it. I'm not sure if I did here. But again, dragons of all variety would be on the menu. Even dragons that would be like, the natural opposition to normal dragons. Like the let's see, the Grim Gnashers. Okay, the Grim Gnashers are able to, hunt and eat any carcass of a dragon here. But yeah, they would also be preyed upon. Another one I would definitely think would be the Slitherworm. Okay, that would actually be interesting to see in my opinion, because Slitherworms are very elusive and very hard to find, meaning Valstrax is a very capable and keen hunter. I mean, he already is. I mean, Elder Dragons are just, massively powerful and keen hunters in general, but you guys get the point, right? They're just, yeah, Valstrax is ridiculous across the board here. We can even see new dragons in the series that we really didn't see until, think around, Rise of Burke, right? I think it was around Rise of Burke. No, not Rise of Burke. Probably in, yeah, I think, no, it wasn't. Nah, I'm not even sure. I think it was like the sequel to Defenders of, Burke. Yeah, that one. The sequel to Defenders of Burke. We're going to see more dragons than we should have saw in that one. Even dragons that really weren't canon in the franchise until the game brought them in here. Okay, so we're definitely going to see a lot more of those kind of dragons here. And I feel like this should definitely mark that Burke is, one, in a lot of trouble. And two, the best way is just for, even if we make it to How to Train Dragon 3 and Valstrax is still around, I think it would be even worse for Toothless and Hiccup to say goodbye, because it's gonna feel like Toothless is not only a not a problem, but more or less a liability. Okay, Toothless is actually a liability because Valstrax is just now as a natural shooter source, and he keeps coming back and forth. Once he doesn't see there any dragons are there, he'll basically just follow them. Essentially, it's they would probably have to sacrifice dragons. Dark moment, but still, it would be a very it doesn't end on a good note. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Nothing ends on a good note for the Dragon Crew in its entirety here. Valstrax is just running in, taking everyone out. He's a high. Now let's go into the Ceadeus. Now Ceadeus was actually known for fighting the Carcos, scales above Brachydians, Oregon, and Glavenus. These guys were able to turn mountains and continents into dust. So strong, right? But let's get into the fact that this guy is an Elder Dragon in general. So the fact that Ceadeus is also, pretty strong, pretty tough, pretty durable, able to actually prey upon Nakarkos, which is an Elder Dragon, eating another Elder Dragon, in my opinion, which is actually, pretty interesting and pretty cool to see, because you really don't see it as often, right? So this means that, sorry. Ooh. Sorry about that, my nose. But, yeah, this means, yeah, Ceadeus is definitely preying on a lot of sea dragons. I definitely think he even can eat a Bewilderbeast if he goes for it. Yeah, I'm putting him that high on the pecking order and definitely that high on the food chain. He's definitely eating a Bewilderbeast if he can come across and nab it. He can eat Shellfires, Summer Rippers. He can eat the fully grown Thunder Drums. He can eat... Oh, yeah, he's definitely going on Scoldrons. Yeah, them Scoldrons. Them Scoldrons gonna be a delight, okay? He's preying on Scoldrons. He's preying on anything he can get his hands on. I mean, he even could prey upon a Purple Death if we really wanted to add insult to injury here, okay? He can prey on... He gets whatever he wants. That's basically what I'm trying to say here. He'll prey on whatever he wants, whenever he wants it, and he's going to get it. Ceadeus can also cause this subtle, like, vacuum. Not subtle. This, pretty powerful vacuum, in the water in his mouth here. And, he can actually suck prey in or basically toss prey around. So, say if a Scoldron is just a little too fast for the old man. And then, he uses this Tornado to basically, wrap the Scoldron around and then, boom, it knocks it off his course, and then he comes in and swoops it. Bewilderbeast would be on the menu, and I actually think Bewilderbeast would probably be its main prey, which is something, not unheard of dragons pretty much eating dragons, but a dragon of this caliber being preyed upon in general is something that is just, not entirely, what's the word I'm looking for? It's probably unheard of. You don't see the Bewilderbeast or the Great Death being really, falling prey to something like a, Ceadeus. You don't see him falling prey to any dragon at all. Unless they're already, dying and about to be dead, and then the Grim Gnasher comes in and just eats their corpse or something, right? Ooh, excuse me. But yeah, you really don't see these guys falling prey to anyone or anything in general. And the Ceadeus being the one to, make these guys his prey item is just something that should speak volumes of, well, yeah, of the Ceadeus in general here. I do think this definitely speaks, definitely high volumes for the Ceadeus here, as a whole. So, honestly, yeah, it's a high-level threat. I definitely can see it. I definitely can see, it being somewhat similar to a Screaming Death, being able to smash, islands down, being able to knock down them by their, by their structural integrity. He could disrupt a continent if he wanted to. This means we would definitely see some huge masses of land just sink beneath the waves without an answer here. So again, Ceadeus is a pretty big problem in my opinion. Alright, Ceadeus is definitely a problem. You really don't have any dragons that can give him a hard time. Maybe a Sea Shocker. I definitely put my money on a Sea Shocker giving him the smoke. Alright, he would definitely give him a good fight. Definitely make him work for his meal. But at the end of the day, he's still he's still gonna eat the Shellfire. Okay. Sea Shockers, definitely probably going to be a delicacy. Summer Rippers, again, a delicacy, but still, I think a Summer Ripper is definitely going to make him work for it a lot more than some of the, any other dragon to, come across here. Now, the best way to pretty much is avoid it. Training a dragon series is what I'm trying to say here. He would be a pretty powerful adversary, but he'd be a one-time thing. Now let's get into the real crux of this video. Let's get into the Wyvern that's going to just end everybody's career. Deviljho. There's really not much you can say that pretty much just makes it light for the Dragon Force here. Deviljho is a problem, and this is a problem that solve. Okay, so the solid fact here is that Deviljho is just completely above them, all around. He can eat any dragon that comes across. This is a guy that is there to freaking Dante to put him down or basically these guys outside of that, Deviljho has actually been able to overpower, eaten, Legiana, hold it long, sit over, that's a really bad thing here. The fact that the only monsters that have been able to even check him are these monsters still. The five that just named Rathos, Legiana, Zenogre, Legia, and Odegaard. Yes, these guys have been able to put him on fights, but again, every other monster isn't really putting Deviljho in check here. But you can definitely make an argument for things like Glavenus, Tigrex. Oh wait, I forgot Barioth as well. Barioth is actually one of the monsters that can turn a jelly on Deviljho, and he's going to be in a future. But yeah, you guys, I really think that Deviljho is just everything. It's gonna eat me. But it's a children show, but we're gonna see if we have a rated R edition. Oh yeah, I bet you we're gonna see some Deviljho is just not going to care about who, what, or where his teeth go. Alright, this guy is going to turn Toothless into a pack. Alright? He's turning everyone and everything he sees into a pack. And God forbid, it's bro, we're good. We're good. We're just gonna, yeah, we were actually in the wrong era. Yeah, we're sorry. Didn't mean to be over here. And the fact that Deviljho can increase his power just makes it much more difficult, if not flat out impossible, for these guys to even do this every Dante or level dragon just to put this guy on a t-shirt, or basically to just contend and handle this guy and bring balance here. Basically, it's over. There's no hiding from Deviljho either. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think these dragons would mess up the verse? Do you think they get splattered? Let me know down below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and share with your friends. And I'll see you guys for the next video.